Is the downside perhaps that maybe if something doesn't go to plan on one of your horses that you've trained and ridden, that you sort of doubly blame yourself?
It is, yeah. It's probably a little bit more nerve-wracking when you're riding for yourself. It's definitely more nerve-wracking watching it, someone else riding it. But I suppose I take it as training them is up until they go to the races, but then I very quickly switch into jockey mode, and I don't do anything different than I've always did. I just try and ride them well, put them in a good position, give them the best chance of winning. And whether I'm training them or anybody else is training them, I take over as a jockey as soon as I get on their back. But you do, when they run bad, you're questioning, I wonder what happened there, should I have done this, should I have done that? And then of course you come back and you have to see them for the rest of the week, so you can't just close the door or jump off them, that's it. You have to come home and see, and I can see now why trainers really like their horses, and they don't like jockeys giving out about their horses, because you're with them 24/7. You get to see what they like and what they don't like, and you find out the little secrets being with them all the time, especially feeding them at night. I feed them at night there at 9:30 every night, so that's a great time to find out how they are and what they like and what they don't like. And they usually do the same things all the time. And if they don't, then you kind of question, I wonder why you didn't do that today, or I wonder why you didn't do this, But it's a great experience for me, and as I said, it's challenging, but I'm enjoying it.
Where do you think your strengths lie as a trainer? Does part of it come from your experience in the saddle?
Well, I've been with the best trainers around the world. I've ridden for John Ox for many years. I worked with Aidan O'Brien. I worked with Michael Stout. I've been with Mike de Kock. I worked with John Sadler in Dubai. So I've seen the great trainers and how they train, and they get the horses fit, they prepare them well, they feed them well, they look after them, and then when they turn up on the races, there's no excuse. So it's I suppose my strengths is that I've been around a lot, and I've always asked a lot of questions, and thankfully they've told me, if I ring up anybody or ask anybody now a question, they tell you what they think is going to happen, but it's so different every day, and I think also when I'm riding them work, I can pick out the races pretty good for them. I'm riding them work myself, and you can pick the races for them then, or if you ride them if you ride them at the races, you can come back and say, well, he might be better in Dundalk, or this one might be better on softer ground. And I always thought I was good at doing that anyway, because I was always telling trainers, you should put them in here, or try this or try that. But now I don't have to tell them, I can go and do it myself now.
Yeah, I guess that would take the pressure off. But when you announced that you were going to start training, then the pressure was really on, because your first runners, I think, was Fort Knox, who was a very, very good group horse in his own right.
Yeah, he won the Guineas trial when Andrew owned him, and then Sheikh Mohammed and his team came in and bought him, and they left him with us. So we were really excited about having my first runner in a race was the Irish 2000 Guineas as a trainer. Unfortunately, it didn't all work out. It was kind of fairy tale stuff. I was hoping it could happen. Fort Knox is a lovely horse. He just probably wants soft ground. He ran last week again. The ground was probably on the faster than ideal for him. So I think he's going to be a good horse in the autumn there when the ground turns up soft. He goes on heavy also. So, that's where his strengths lie.
It must have been nice to have a boost and get such a high-profile owner as Sheikh Mohammed straight away.
Oh, it was, and he's got one with us, and hopefully, as I said, this horse can do well, and we might get a few more. But I said, I've ridden for lots of great people over the years, and the owners I've ridden for, as I said, now that I have the licence in my name, I'll be going and ask them, would they mind supporting me as a trainer?